Okay, so after looking at the graph and making sense of it and seeing that my x-axis is the number of days and the y-axis is the height of the tree in millimeters, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a table from that graph. And if you look carefully, on day number 1, the height of the tree is 6 millimeters. On day number 2, the height of the tree is 9 millimeters. On day number 3, the height of the tree is 12 millimeters. And we could continue on, but I think I see the pattern. I think I see the growth. And it looks to me like the growth is growing 3 millimeters per day. So the first question on this warm-up after we've created a table is, how many millimeters tall is the tree when it was planted? So after a day, the tree was 6 millimeters. I want to know how tall was the tree on day 0, the day it was planted. So I'm just going to use this pattern and I'm going to remove 3 from 6, and I believe that the height of the tree when it was planted is 3 millimeters tall, or was 3 millimeters tall. So it was just a little itty bitty teeny weeny plant on the day it was planted. Now for letter B, we want to create a relationship. We want to create a rule. So remember, the M is your growth. The B is, where is that on day 1? So it's the number in figure or step or day 0. Sorry, if I said 1, I meant in day 0. And then in our example, the X, that's your x-axis. The X we said was our number of days, and the Y is being represented on the graph by the height of the tree. So I'm going to use this setup, this rule, this formula, and I'm going to replace the variables with what we know. So instead of it being Y, I'm going to use the letter H to represent the height. That's my output. Instead of M, we figured out that the growth was growing by 3. Instead of X, I'm going to use what is on the x-axis, the number of days. So I'm going to put an N. And then we saw that day 0, or in figure 0, we saw that it was 3 on day 0. So there is my rule for this particular situation. And the very last thing we need to do is we need to use that rule to find out, okay, well, how tall is the tree going to be after 60 days? And, I don't want us to sit there and complete a graph all the way to day 60. I don't want us to make a table all the way to day 60. We have a rule. We have a formula that's going to answer that question for us. So we said the height of the tree is equal to 3 times the number of days plus 3. So all I need to do is find the height of the tree by replacing the N with 60 and solving. Whoops, sorry. I'm running out of room here. So the height of the tree after 60 days will be 180 millimeters. And it's really a good idea to write that sentence out in a declaration. The plant or tree will be 180 millimeters, don't forget units, on day 60. And that's warm-up number 5. Hope that helped.